Have you ever known anybody to serve on the County Board of Education for 22 years? I got to know him when I was running for governor all those years. Y'all kept electing me. I kept hearing this name, Carr Ipock, on the Board of Education, working at Weyerhaeuser. And I met him. And let me tell you, he really rang true. I found out how much he cared, how much he worked, what good ideas he had. And when I found out that he was running this year for the legislature, that needs people like Carr Ipock so much, his knowledge, his steadiness, his integrity, his willingness to make the changes we need to make and to build, I was thrilled. He called me one night and spent 30 minutes telling me why he was running. I appreciated that. So I want to say to you folks, you've got the right man. Think what he would bring to the legislature. He has 22 years of experience, a leader in the School Boards Association for all of North Carolina, sharing his knowledge and his commitment and all that with the legislature. Don't you think the legislature could use his ideas?
Oh.
Here he is. I'm glad you brought money tonight. Give him that much more when you leave. I present to you, with your help, the next education senator in North Carolina, Carr Ipock.
You mentioned something else about Carr. He's well qualified, and it's not just about education. You know, he worked and retired at Weyerhaeuser, worked there over 25 years, 9 years in the Army Reserve. He's been on the Board of Education for 20 years. He's been 10 years as the chairman, and I just agree with Governor Hunt when he said that there's no single person that knows more and has done more about education in North Carolina than Carr Ipock. I agree with Governor Hunt. And we, our children, their children, generations to come, need him to be in Raleigh. There's no doubt about it. I believe it. That's why I support Carr. I know that he's the right man for the job.
And you know there are people all around us, it doesn't matter what your letter is, that have common values, Eastern North Carolina values, value education, value our environment, that we should all be joining hand in hand and making a change and taking us back to where we need to be, on the right track. And we can do it, is we listen. We try to understand the issue. And we've already talked with Sierra Club, and they said right up front, look, we know you won't vote our way every time, but you will listen to us. I believe in good science, good practice. That comes out of my business and engineering background. Without good science, you make bad decisions. That's what's been going on the last 4 years. Without good practice, you do crazy things like pass fracking without even knowing what the contaminants you're pumping into the earth are.
Right.
And for us here in Eastern North Carolina, I hope everyone understands we're downstream.
Yeah.
We don't get the benefits of the gas, but we get whatever they put in the water, and it comes right to us. It affects our shellfish, it affects our fish life, it affects our environment, our tourism, every direction you turn. So I'm not saying I'm going to stand up against anything, but I want to know that we're following good science and good practice and putting safeguards in to protect us all. I think what it comes down to is we're together to be the difference that we want to make. And I want to be part of that in Raleigh on your behalf and make that difference. I want to be with Whitley. I want to be with Graham, George Graham, and we'll be with Mr. Bell too. And we will make a difference for Eastern North Carolina. And the one thing that you'll have that you don't have now is a voice in Raleigh. Not a voice from Raleigh. I don't want to to get negative, but I'm going to tell you I am against ferry tolls. That's our bridge. I am for Cherry Point. That's our livelihood. I am for Tryon Palace and everything historical. So that we know where we came from, so that we know where we're going. I'm for our tourism industry. Thank goodness we have it. And I'm absolutely for our environment down east, because we're all down east. Okay, I stepped up. I'm going to answer the call. But now I need your help.